After you have completed these exercises, you jump into week 1. In week 1, you will find that there is a page for you to define what you want to achieve in the next 7 days, which means the goals that you have set for yourself for the next 100 days, you will break them down into the next 7 days and ask yourself what goals you want to achieve in the next 7 days of your life. What is the one thing that you want to focus upon each day, that you make sure that you complete them. Now there are goals that are big, there are goals that are medium, there are goals that are non-negotiable. Those are the big ones, which means once you set for yourself and define that I will accomplish this no matter what, as Brian Tracy says, eat that frog, meaning find out the most difficult, the most important goal that you have to achieve that day, then you will achieve it. Now this is for your personal and professional life. When you turn over the page, you will see that there is 2 pages for your health and fitness goals for the week. Why is this so important? Why have I said these? I've realized that what you put inside defines what energy you receive, and that actually defines the way you will live your life. So there is a space for you to record your plans for your breakfast, lunch, dinner and exercise. When you know what you want to eat, then you save a lot of time to actually use your time effectively and plan your days ahead. But if you're not in the habit of actually planning your life and what you eat, I say start by using this as a journal. Start by recording what is it that you actually have, and then you will see how you can actually shift. You have defined your goals now for your personal and professional life as well as your health and fitness. What's next? As a result, you'll see that you have in the next pages things to do list that you can create. Now you can use this book for many reasons, but what I would recommend is also to focus on the 9 other areas apart from work and make sure that you define what are the things that you have to do in the coming week section. So you'll define what are the things that you have to do with a deadline. Next, you will start time blocking yourself. You don't schedule what you have to do until and unless you design what you have to do. A lot of times people are in the mode of execution and no planning. With this planner, you have the option to actually plan first and then move into execution. So plan your days, plan your weeks, plan your life, plan everything ahead, far ahead, so that you see that you are only contributing your life, doing meaningful things that makes your life meaningful. There's someone who recently reminded me that if you are doing the things that others could do for you, then you will never do the things that only you could do. And when you define for yourself what is it that only you can do, whether it is at work, whether it is in your personal life, then you'll realize that you can put more emphasis on your life and start focusing on what areas of life you really want to grow into. And when you define what is it that you want to do on a regular basis, then you realize you are on this journey of transformation. You've planned your days ahead. You've planned what you want your days to look like. Now, so far you have seen that there are so many tools and everything that is there in this book that will actually make you start living a meaningful life. But if your life has to truly shift, it is not this planner, it is not any other planner, it is not a coach, it is not anything else outside that has to shift. What has to shift, or what truly has to start within you, is changing and adopting good habits. And for that, when you turn the page, you will find there is a habit tracker. Until and unless you don't measure how you are progressing in your work or your habits, you will never know whether you are truly improving. Like I stated earlier, if you cannot measure what you're doing, you don't know whether you're improving. So with the habit tracker, you have the opportunity to track yourself and measure yourself and define by your own standards how well are you choosing the right habits and making sure those habits are connected with what you want to be and who you want to become eventually. In the next page, you have a gratitude journal. A single line is all you have to state. But how do you write that one line of gratitude? Reflect at the end of the day of how your day looked like from morning till evening. Ask yourself, what are the things that you're grateful for, and think about the top 5. And out of the top 5, pick your top 1. And when you do this exercise on a regular basis, on a daily basis, you can actually empower yourself into having a positive mind before you go to bed, where you remind yourself, there are so many good things that are happening in my life, therefore I am ready for the next day. Write down every day one thing that you're most grateful for. Ask yourself, what is it that is truly making me such a blessed being on this earth? When you shift the page, the last one, before you complete week 1, you will see the wheel of life again. Now this wheel of life is for you to reflect again on the week that went by. The week of the last 7 days, you reflect again. You score yourself, and then you ask yourself, how do I give meaning to these numbers that I have stated? And then you reflect on the reflection page and ask yourself, what has to happen in my life in an area that I want to focus upon? And what must I do? What action should I take for it to go to a +1 in an area you want to focus upon? And this completes your week. So what you have done with the planner in week 1, when it started and when you're finishing, is you planned what you want to achieve. You defined and broke down your goals, your things to do and everything. And then at the end of the week, you measured yourself and you asked yourself, where do I stand with my goals and where do I stand with my reality? Have I met my own expectations? And then you're ready to move to week 2. You repeat this exercise for 14 weeks. 14 weeks is 98 days. Day 99 is the moment of truth. It's a moment of truth because you actually reflect on the last 98 days of your entire journey.